Hello, Hachi. I'm back. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm forgetting something. Hold on. Uh. Oh gosh, sorry. It's been so long. I'm like so frazzled because I just finished dinner like 2 minutes ago. I didn't realize how long I was taking to eat my food, and then all of a sudden it was like 2 minutes. I was like, oh my god, I still need to get all my stuff together. Sorry, I got a little bit rushed. And a little bit of this, little bit of that. Do, 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 do. Okay, I think we're ready now. There we go. Oh, hold on. Let me drag myself down a little bit so the illusion isn't so I don't break the illusion. Oh, let me turn up the music. Yeah, that's better. All right, hello, long time no be. Yeah, so goodness gracious, sorry. I'm a little bit frazzled, like I said. And I just like a minute before, right when I sat down, of course, my bladder was like, okay, time for you to head to the bathroom. So I took the fastest pee of my life, and then I got straight to straight to streaming. So truth be told, I was actually planning to there, that's better. Oh, it's not better? No. I was going to stream on Tuesday. So the reason why I like barely streamed at all last week is because two of my coworkers when they like went out of town for like half of the week at the same time. So it was just up to me and my other coworker to, get all the work done and everything. Oh, let me turn my. Sorry, I did not get like any time to really, get my act together here. So let me. Okay. All right. Should be sounding a bit more clear now. But yeah, so oh, it was. Oh man, I wish I had streamed yesterday. Man, if only I had known. Oh well. We'll celebrate today. Yay, B day today. Although to be honest, every day is B day for me. Yeah, so that's why I didn't stream last week. I was going to stream on Tuesday because after that I got like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. So I was going to stream on Tuesday. But then one of my coworkers' car broke down. So they asked if I could cover for them, and I was like, I guess. So yeah, I had to cancel that. And I was gonna stream yesterday, but I forgot. To be honest, I just kind of forgot. Oh, hi, Stream Elements. Fancy seeing you here. I don't know why. Sometimes Stream Elements, sometimes you get the pop-up, sometimes you don't. I think it's because I logged in recently. Yeah, because my computer restarted without like telling me again, so I didn't get to like prepare all my stuff. And then yeah, I had to log back into Stream Elements for my activity feed and whatnot. But it's all right. We got it all taken care of now. Yeah. Yeah, so I just wanted to have some chill time to catch up a little bit. I want to do another like game sometime, but I don't know what game I want to play just yet. I'm thinking about getting that new Hollow Village game. That one looks really cute. I remember seeing it when it came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so cute. But then there's also, they have like the, oh, what's it called? Hololive Dreams is coming out, and that one kind of has like a similar sort of, oh, sorry, hiccup. That one has a similar like gameplay a little bit, sort of. So I'm like, do I want to get Hollow Village and like start streaming that, or do I want to wait for this other like similar game to come out and play that? I don't know. I don't know. It's decisions. Though I do also I do have there's one game that I have. Oh, I have also been considering going back to finish playing Geek. I kind of don't want to though. I kind of don't want to just because it takes so long. It takes so long to do stuff. But I have Hypnospace Outlaw that I've been wanting to play. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry my throat. I'm like talking all raspy. I swear I'm not sick. I don't know. Okay. I think nope. Still got it. Still got it in my throat. Oh well, whatever. I think my sinuses are just all funky because I had hot food. Yeah, like I don't know. Part of me wants to finish Yi, but then another part of me is like, I kind of don't want to deal with it. Just because I do not like the combat system. I like how you like to do hits. You play little WarioWare mini games, but it takes so long to like do enough damage to like take out the enemies, even like the low level ones. I don't know. No, it's not my allergies. It's just like I said, it's because I ate some hot food like immediately before talking. It'll get used to it eventually. It is what it is. Yeah, it making me feel like Candace from Phineas and Ferb when she would have like allergies and it would make her voice go all deep. You know, I was watching recently. I was watching like to practice my Japanese. I was watching My Little Pony in the Japanese dub. I wanted to see like what the latest episode they had was. It's season 5. I tried to see because I was kind of curious. I've seen like most of like season 1 and 2, but I was like, because as back when I used to be like super into My Little Pony, I remember that like here in the States we were at like season 4, and I don't think the Japanese dub had caught up to like season 3, so I think they just had season 1 and 2, or if they did, it at least like, you know, you couldn't get it here. There weren't any like uploads for it. But no, I looked it up and it says now that the show has ended, they only did up to season 5, which is crazy because there's 10 seasons. So, or was there only 9? I feel like there was 10. Now I'm misremembering. Uh-oh. But yeah, I was curious. I was like, I wonder, did they make it to like the point of Twilight becoming an alicorn? Because you know, I've seen, obviously, like that's like, you know, they after that happened, that was kind of Twilight's whole brand, was being an alicorn, and they like changed they got rid of all of the stock images of her being a unicorn and just, okay, 9 seasons. I was close. But they got rid of all the images of her being a unicorn, and they were like, nope, she's only an alicorn now. Yeah, I know it's like kind of popular, but I know it's way more popular in China. Like China and the US, like they're like the two biggest they're the two biggest My Little Pony fans. And China's been making such cute merch for it. I remember they had the cutest little blind box set where it's the characters and they're dressed up as their pets. So like, Twilight's dressed up as her owl, Fluttershy's dressed as her rabbit, Rainbow Dash is dressed as her tortoise. It's so cute. I really wanted them. I wouldn't even care which one I get. Of course, because Rainbow Dash is my favorite. I would really like Rainbow Dash, but they're all so cute. I was just like, I wouldn't even care. I'd be happy with any. And yeah, and they have really cute like figures and stuff, and I know they do a whole bunch of, especially for like Year of the Horse over in China, I know they did like a big festival for it. They also had a lot of like Draco Malfoy stuff out. I think it's because like I think I read it's because like his name, like the Chinese characters in his name were like something to do with a horse. I don't know. I don't really I don't know Chinese and I don't know Harry Potter, so like take that with a grain of salt. That's just what I read on the internet. I just remember seeing like a lot of people on like Twitter talking about it. They're like, "Oh, look at in China they got like all these like posters and stuff out of Draco Malfoy for the Year of the Horse." Yeah, I wish that like I wish more places here kind of did the Lunar New Year thing. I know that like most like Asian grocery stores and stuff, they sell like, Year of the whatever animal stuff, but I kind of wish that they sold those things more in like other department stores. That would be cool. I know they won't because it's kind of a niche holiday here, but I think in the US our like Asian demographics are high enough, and also there's a lot more people interested in Asian cultures now. I think they could get away with it. I don't know. It doesn't need to be like anything huge, just like, like when they have Hanukkah stuff during Christmas time, Just a little something. Doesn't have to be extravagant. Though I hate to say that like I hate to say that Hanukkah is like a niche holiday here. That's definitely not the case, but you know what I mean. It's not like a majority holiday. Or like Cinco de Mayo. They sell like Cinco de Mayo stuff. Yeah. Now what I want to do sometime, I want to get like for New Year, I want to get like a Kagami mochi. I've always been interested. Like I see like when I go to like the Japanese grocery store where I live, they usually towards the end of December they'll start selling the Kagami mochi. So it's like if you don't know, you've probably seen it in like anime and stuff. But so Kagami mochi, hold on. I think I can. I do have the chat. Yeah, I do have the chat open for this. So is my... Okay, good, it is working. Yay! For a second, my internet wasn't working. Hello. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I was like, why isn't that working? Okay. Boom. Oh wait, no, you're gonna see all my secret apps. Oh well. Hold on. No. Give me the Kagami emoji. No. Oh well. Whatever. There we go. Okay. No, you know my secret. I play Yume Duki music. Ah! I'm just kidding. You already knew that. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm trying to look up. So why is the chat slow here? Oh, is it just because I haven't been using it? Oh well, whatever. But yeah, so it's like, it's these things. So it's it's like it is a food dish, but it's also like decorative. Yeah, don't worry. You didn't really see anything scandalous. It's just like it's Uma Musume stuff and like Yume Tsuki maps. That's it. No, you know my secret. I use maps in Yume Tsuki. I'm just kidding. You already knew that too. I have no secrets. But yeah, so they buy it. They buy these like pretty early on. Like usually it's like a mid-December thing that they buy it. There we go. Pull it over to the side here. It's like a mid-December thing. So they buy it and then it's supposed to be like yeah, so it says it over here. It gives you, when you eat it, it gives you like blessings. So they buy it early on in the year because the earlier you have it, the better your blessings are, or something like that. I know they have during the New Year scenes in Uma Musume, they have one of these in the background, but instead of an orange, they have a carrot. I always thought that was cute. But yeah, so then after New Year's, they eat it. They put it into a soup and they eat it. I don't know if they eat the oranges too. I would assume so. I don't know. Oh my goodness, did my chat get broken on here too? Ah! What is going on with this thing? It's just like breaking. So annoying. It didn't used to be like that. I don't know why it's acting weird now all of a sudden. That's very annoying. Man. All I wanted to do was show an image example. Gosh. On refresh? Can I refresh it? Oh. Uh-oh. Did I break it? Did I break my chat? Oh no! Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yay! Okay, that was weird. Yeah, that was really weird. Anyways. Moving on. But yeah, I would like to do that. And recently, man. So, okay, recently Papa B has had this sick and twisted idea in his head. So, I'm not sure if I ever talked about this before, but so, one of my cousins on my dad's side is a professional chef, okay? And, so he just recently, I know he's been wanting to have a little bit of a career change. And so my dad had this sick and twisted idea. He wants to open he wants my cousin to open a anime themed cafe, and it's like, and he wants. I was like, does he like even watch anime? Because no, the answer is no, he doesn't really. So I was so like, I was so confused because not only does Papa B want him to like have this restaurant, but also he wants me to be like the host, like the hostess for it, and he wants me to like do events and stuff for it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not very good at like setting up events and stuff. I don't know if you want me to be the host. Like I kind of don't want to be like in the food industry. Cause listen, I have seen so many TikToks of people who are in the food service industry, and they are crashing out all the time. I get annoyed in retail, okay? You know, I just I don't think so. But he was like, you could cosplay there every day. I'm like, I could cosplay to my current job every day. I don't because I'm lazy. Like I just I hate doing makeup. That's the thing. Like not to be like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm so different. I'm a girl, but I don't like wear makeup or anything. You know, like there's nothing wrong with wearing makeup, honestly. I am just I'm very lazy. When I get up in the morning, I just want to get to work, get it done with, so I can come home and chill. Okay, you know, I'm not like, I'm not trying to like look like pretty for other people. I don't care. I'm here to do my job and go home. You know, like obviously, you know, I'm gonna like brush my hair and stuff, and like I shave down my eyebrows a bit because my eyebrows are disgusting. But and I brush my teeth, of course. But like other than that, like it's just so extra to like put on a whole bunch of stuff, and then like cosplay makeup on top of that. It's so strenuous that I only do it like sometimes, and like during special events, just because it's tiring. It's tiring to like do that sort of thing every day. And he's like, oh well, you can make it like mandatory that you have to wear like cosplays. Like I don't know. I feel like maybe if it was just like a maid cafe sort of thing, I feel like that would be fine because you're not like, you know, and also you're gonna be like working in a wig all day. Like this isn't Disney World, you know, like even like Disney actors, you know, they're not wearing their wigs like 24/7. You know, they wear their wig when they're going out to perform. And they're out there for like a few hours, and then they come back, and then they take it all off. You know, like I just I don't think that we should like enforce like a mandatory cosplay thing. 'Cause I know I would hate it. I just like just wearing the costume. I think is fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I feel like if you just show up with like an anime T-shirt or whatever, like I think that's fine. Maybe on like special days, you know, like on like Halloween or you know, like special like anime holidays or like Twitter holidays. You know, like we were talking before, you know, on like Bunny Day could have like not like the full like Playboy suits or anything, but you know, like a more like tasteful like suit with bunny ears or what have you. Also, cosplay is expensive. It is an expensive hobby unless you're like doing closet cosplays only. Like, you know, I just feel like I feel like if this were to become like a a reality, I don't think that we would enforce having to cosplay every day. That just feels like too much work. Cause like, listen, I don't want to cosplay every day. I love to cosplay, but I don't want to do it every day. You know, there's some days where I just don't want to deal with it all, and it's just, yeah, I just don't want to deal with it. And I feel like if it's something that I don't want to do every day, I don't want to pressure other people to do every day. You know, it's just like with streaming. You know, like when we were a group, like I was not pressuring everybody to stream every day because I know I don't want to stream every day because it just, you know, you get burned out. You get burned out easy, and you know, I feel like it's the same thing. Like that's kind of what makes cosplay special is you don't have to do it every day. If you had to do it every day, I feel like it would just become a chore eventually. Well, like I don't think I don't think we would do like Inktober for cosplay, but like, you know, like I said, do like Bunny Day, do Maid Day, do Cat Day, you know. And if people want to like cosplay as specific characters, like, you know, let them do that. But like, I just don't know. I also don't know about like the food and stuff. It's like I am the pickiest eater. Bobby was like, "Oh well, you can teach your cousin about like anime and stuff, and you could come up with the food and the drinks." Like, number one, I don't drink. I don't know anything about drinks. I don't know the difference between like a martini and a mojito. I don't know. They're just alcohol to me. I don't know. You could have two bottles in front of me and ask me, okay, BBB, which one is vodka and which one is rum? And I would be like, I have no idea. They look exactly the same to me. So like, I don't know anything about drinks, and I am the pickiest eater possible. I I do not know. I don't know what food to make. The only like anime food I can think of is like ramen. Maybe if he did something from like Food Wars. I don't know. You could recreate food from Food Wars or like Studio Ghibli. That's it. That's all I could think of. Could do apple pie. Do like a Hello Kitty apple pie. Ma, no, apple pie. I love that song. Yeah, it's just there's just so many factors that I'm just like, I don't know if we should do this. Or if we do this, I don't know how it's all gonna work. But like, yeah, he's very serious about doing that. Like, I don't know. I can't believe that, like, cause he pitched it to my cousin and he was like okay with it. I'm like, you don't even watch anime. Why are you so on board with doing this? Wouldn't you be like? It's like if I was asked, like, you know, let's say in this fictional world where I do not watch anime, if and am a professional at something, or am a professional chef. If somebody like came to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to open an anime cafe?" I'd be like, I don't really watch anime, so I don't know why I would make it anime themed. Like, no, he's not though. That's the thing. I know my cousin. He's not. If he was, he would probably tell us because we're out of the closet weebs, okay? But he's really not. He's more of like a sci-fi, like fantasy nerd. Like, you know, he goes to he plays D&D and he like goes to Ren Fair and stuff, but he's not really an anime fan. My other cousin is, but we don't really talk, unfortunately. It's like she doesn't really like my parents, but and I fear that I get lumped into it, even though I am not like my parents. I do not share the exact same belief system, which I'm not going to get into. But let's just say me and my parents have different worldviews, and I I wish that, or at least I hope that she understands that I am a different person from my parents, and I don't think the same way that they do. So, yeah. Especially because like I know for some reason her daughter like really looks up to me as an artist. I'm like, why? Because her art is so much better than mine. I hate to say it, 'cause she's only like 15, but like her art mocks mine so bad. I'm so embarrassed. Ugh. Like my own art makes me want to vomit. So I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what she sees in me, but yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it's just it's it's very too bad that, they can't get past those differences, and you know. But oh well. Yeah, I hate getting into arguments with my parents cuz I love them very much, but it just sometimes it happens. So I usually try to stay clear of like discussions where we are likely to get into an argument. Yeah, let's just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get into details really. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Anyways, oh, they got soccer emoji on here. Oh man, I haven't had soccer emoji in forever. I do like regular like sweet mochi. We usually get it when we go to like a Japanese market. I'm not super crazy about it. Honestly, I like my favorite is the like ice cream mochi. It's so good, and they make them so small you could just like pop them into your mouth. It's delicious. Ah, love it. But yeah, we rarely get ice cream mochi. I try. Listen, there was one time where like she was like, "Oh, baby, let's do a art trade. We like do the same base." And I was like, "Okay." So I pulled out all the stops. I made that piece like the best thing possible, and it looked just fine enough next to hers. So I felt good about myself. But I guess I just have to keep going. I just have to keep working. I can't let her surpass me, you know? Cuz if she's drawing every day and improving every day, then I have to improve every day cuz like, I've already kind of got a head start cuz I've been drawing for so long. So I just got to keep going. you know? I gotta make sure she doesn't surpass me and make me feel bad about myself, or worse about myself than I usually do. Oh well. Ah. I'm trying to think like what else really has been new with me. Like I really this past week I've just been kind of hikikomori, you know. I've been so tired from like having to work every single day. Man, I'm just I've just been sitting at home, like playing with Musume and drawing and yeah, that's about it. I did get to go. I went to this like science museum that I haven't been to since I was like a little kid. So they do like uh 21 plus party type things. It's not like a crazy like rave party because it's still like it's still a children's museum, so they can't have people. They gotta open, the next morning, for the kids and stuff. So they can't be having people going too wild and stuff. So yeah, me and my friends, we all went out to the museum. So the theme for that night was cryptids, and we all, me, I love me my cryptids, and they love them some cryptids too. So it was perfect time to go out and do that. And when we drove by, oh man, this is probably gonna dox me for real, but we drove by this huge concert that was happening. If you know, you know. If you know the concert, you know. Um, but it was so massive. Like we drove by the stadium, and there was a good amount of people in the stands. I was like, yeah, okay, that looks like fun. And then we drove by like the main area. Oh my god, there were so many people. I was like, I could not imagine having to be in like such a huge crowd like that. Oh, gross. No, thank you. Having to be in a crowd that big outside with a bunch of sweaty strangers. Ew, no thank you. No thank you. But I hope that they had fun, because I would have been not very happy. Now all I know is that like a lot of very popular like artists go there. Okay. But they don't have Hatsune Miku performing there, so I don't care. They don't have any J-pop bands, so I think I'll pass. It's mostly a lot of bands that I either haven't listened to since I was 12 or have never heard of. So I think I'm all set. Yeah, I've never really been to like a big like multi-show concert like that. And judging by how that one looked, I don't think I want to. I've only been to like one live concert. I've watched I've seen like almost every Hololive concert since they started doing them, except for this past year. Just because I didn't have the money, because I was in Japan during it, and I didn't get tickets because of those stupid scalpers. If you're a scalper and you scalp the tickets for the Hololive concert, I hope you have a terrible fate befall you. That's all I have to say. Because I was in that. I was in the queue. It should have been me. It should have been me. I should have gotten tickets for the concert. It would have made it all worth it. Oh well. Oh well, it just wasn't meant to be. Next time. That just means, no, you see, that just means I was saving, I have to save my luck, and I'll get tickets for Magical Mirai next year. That's it. That's all that means. It just means that when Magical Mirai tickets, when those show up, it just means I'll just get tickets for that. Yeah. Yeah. hope. Yes. That's right. That's right. I hope the moon crashes on them specifically. Hmm. Yeah, the Hololive concert is nice and all, but Magical Mirai concert, which I theorize is going to happen next year on my birthday. Come on, it's fate. It's fate. It's gotta be. It gotta get the birthday magic so that I can go to this on my birthday. I just have to. Will it drain my bank account? Probably. But will it be worth it to go to my first ever Vocaloid concert? The Vocaloid concert, some might say. Yes. I feel like that'll be life changing. I've always wanted to see, like, at Magical Mirai, they have, like, life-size statues of, like, I know before they had, like, all of the life-size statues. I don't know if they have all of them, or if it's just, like, the main Vocaloids and then the, like, the special Magical Mirai Miku design of that year. But still, regardless, I've always wanted to see it in person. And I feel like I follow this one person on Instagram, and they go to Magical Mirai, like, every year. So I feel like getting tickets can't be, like, it's not impossible, you know? I won't say it can't be that hard, because it might be. I don't know. But it just means if they are able to consistently go to Magical Mirai, that means that it's not impossible. Like, it's not like a 1 in a million chance to get tickets, you know? More like, maybe like a 1 in 15 or something. And those odds are a lot better. Compared to 1 in a million, that's a lot better. I just really hope that, you know, I just really hope that people will not be all wanting to go to Magical Mirai at the same time. I really hope. At least, you know, I don't have to worry about the, like, the fake Miku fans, because those people, I doubt, number one, I doubt that they would spend all the money to go to Japan for Magical Mirai. I doubt they know how significant of a concert that is. And number two, I doubt they even know what Miku's birthday is. Fake fans usually don't. Sorry, I hit my mic. Yeah, fake fans usually, they usually don't know. They only know, like, superficial stuff. Like, I can't remember if I read this on TikTok or Twitter, but, like, I saw somebody, like, talking about how there's, like, a person who was, like, buying some, like, Bochi the Rock stuff, and they're like, oh, I love Bochi the Rock so much, and they asked the person what their favorite character was, and they said, like, one of the, I think it's, like, the girl with the purple hair. I don't remember her name. I don't watch Bochi the Rock, and I'm not claiming to. But they didn't know who the character was. And so that's how I feel. That's how I feel a lot of, like, fake fans are. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I love this thing so much," but then when they talk to, like, somebody who's actually a fan of it, they're clueless. Yeah, there's nothing inherently, like, wrong. Like, there's bigger problems in the world than being, like, a fake fan of something. But, you know, it does I will admit it does kind of ruin the fandom experience when, like, when people who aren't really they don't really have that connection to the series, and they try to, like, call the shots on how the fandom should be. It's like, you know, at that point you are like out of line. You know, you are in somebody else's house. You know, trying to make all the rules. That's not how it works. You know. So I don't. I feel like the word LARPer is kind of overused. So I just like to call people fake fans. And plus, people call other people that when like they just like a show or something that's obscure. And like, no, that's not. You're not a fake fan if you just like things that are obscure. Like to me, like just like being a fake fan is just somebody who's like not knowledgeable on stuff. You know, it like in a social scenario. Yeah, but like not knowing like reoccurring characters in a series, that's just kind of like, come on now. But I'm not talking about new fans. Like, not knowing out of ignorance is not the same as not knowing out of refusing to learn. You know? But yeah, like I don't think that people should be belittled, like, unless they're trying to, like, you know, like I said, unless they're trying to, like, unless they're like saying something about the piece of media that is like clearly misinformed, you know, then I feel like you should call that out and be like, no, that's not okay. Blah. Sorry, I had to take some water. But I lost my thought of train. uh, yeah, it's just like I said, it's not like the biggest, it's not like the biggest like crime to be doing. It's mildly annoying. It's mildly annoying to be in a fan base full of people who refuse to actually touch the thing that they're saying that they're a fan of. Especially when you're trying to, like, you know, make friends with people. Especially like in the Vocaloid scene where, like, you know, you'll go up to somebody who's like, they say like, oh yeah, I love Miku so much, and then you're like, oh yeah, like what kind of producers do you listen to? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's, you know, like, you know, you're not trying to like quiz them or anything. You're just like, you know, you're just trying to like have a conversation, you know, about that topic, and they don't know anything about it. You know, it's just kind of annoying, you know. Like, you can still be friends, it's just, you're just not gonna be able to, like, be friends based on that shared interest, and that kind of sucks. But, you know, then maybe if you become friends with that person, you can get them to actually try it, and that'll be nice. That's what I try to do. Cause I have a coworker who's kind of like that, you know. He has like Miku merch and stuff, and but he's like, I do not know a thing about Vocaloid, really. Like, he admits he's a fake fan, you know. So I try to like subliminally like teach him about stuff in the Vocaloid fandom, and I play Vocaloid music while I'm at work. Like, you will learn. Whether you know it or not, you will learn. Yeah, I did. I did have somebody, one of my former coworkers. he did try to like one up me, like kind of like dismiss my love of Vocaloid, and I was like, absolutely not. You trying to say that you're a bigger fan of Vocaloid than me? Oh yeah, who's Henri Rune? Do you know who Henri Rune is? No. The answer was no. He did not know who that was. I mentioned her once. He did not know who she was. So, See, that's when that's when it's okay to be mean. That's when it's okay to be mean. If somebody's trying to dismiss your love of the thing that you love, that's when it's okay to one up them. Yeah, exactly. It's like he mentioned like a very popular producer, and he was like, "You know who that is?" And I was like, "I've been a fan since like 2014. Of course I know who that is." And he was like, "I've been a Vocaloid fan way longer than you." I was like, "It's not a competition." Like I don't know if I said it in a way that like I was trying to make it seem like that was the case, but I was not. I was just saying like that's a very popular producer. Of course I know who that is, you know? They were everywhere back in the 20 teens. So like yeah, I know who they are. Like, you're asking me? You're asking me if I know who that is? So I was like, back up, sir. This is the one topic that I know more than like anybody else that I have ever met in my life. So do not try to step up to me, okay? But yeah, he got fired because he would say some very unsavory things to customers, and our boss did not like that. And also, he would sometimes like when customers would come into the store, he'd be like, "Welcome!" and like scare them, and I was like, "Okay, let's dial back our welcome." Sorry if that was really loud. I'm just trying to prove a point. That's what it sounded like. Like imagine you're walking into the store and you hear that, and like, yeah, even I was like, "Whoa, okay, I think they can hear you." I when I'm working and somebody walks in, I'm like, "Hi, welcome in," just like that. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, because the music's not super loud. We're not working at a Hollister, okay? It's not super. Yeah, exactly. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? If you walked into a store and somebody screamed at you like that, you would probably be like, "Okay, dial it back a little bit," Yeah, like there was like an incident I was not there for, but there was like an incident where he got into like a really bad argument with a customer, and yeah, they had to ask the customer to leave. So that was pretty bad, but yeah, we don't have to deal with that anymore. So I mean, he was a pretty nice guy. It's just that, very very what's the word? Very like high strung. Very very nice, but very like he had a lot of opinions, and also I think he might have been a lolicon, maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm not 100% sure, but if he is, yeah. Like I said, probably it's probably a good thing. Yeah, there was also a time. Oh my gosh, there was one time. So we had. I think I talked about this customer in the past, but I haven't heard from him in a while. Thank God. So, hello, welcome. So there was this one customer that used to call us like every week, and he would be like me and all my other coworkers. Oh, I don't the lolicon thing. I don't know. There was just like a few times he like said some like inappropriate things that were like he would say it to like not necessarily. It was sometimes once or twice he said it to a customer, but he would usually say it like to us, the people working there. And like I was kind of like, okay, but there was just like a few times where he like mentioned like lolly, and I was like, are you? Do you? I don't know. But yeah, that it just made me raise an eyebrow a little bit. I can't prove it 100%, but that's just a theory. I'll never know because I haven't seen him in like a very long time. But anyways, so there was this customer that used to call us like every week, and he would ask us to like list. He would be like, "Hi there, do you have this product line?" And we'd be like, "Yeah, we do. Like, is there a specific thing that you're wanting?" And he'd be like, "No, can you just tell me like all the ones that you have?" He would want us to like list every single item that we would have in the store, and I'd be like, "I'm not doing that. Like, I don't care if you live far away. I'm not listing you every single item that we have in our store. We have a lot of items. Okay? Just tell me if you are looking for something in particular, then I can help. But I'm not going to list all of the items that we have." Ugh. Yeah, thankfully we haven't heard from him in a while. But one time this customer, he called, and like I had that coworker was working that day. So I was busy doing something else. So I had him take the call. This poor guy. He he did what the guy asked. He lists like every single item that we had for whatever he was asking. And like the problem, if the store was dead, it would be one thing. But we weren't dead that day. There were a lot of people in the store. And so I had to deal with them all myself. And so like after the call had ended, I was like, "Listen, when that guy calls you, if you are busy, just tell him that you are too busy to deal with him. You know? Like, he should not be asking you to list every single item that we sell in the store. Okay?" Like, that's too much for anybody. I would say that to anybody, no matter how bad of an employee they are. I'd just be like, do not let that guy tell you to to list every single item, cuz he will, and you will be doing that all day cuz we have so many items. Just ask him if there's something specific that he wants. If not, then just be like, I'm sorry, we're kind of busy right now. I don't have time to list off every single item we sell. Yeah, he's also the same guy who when because like he was brought on like around the time of our re-debuts. So like when I was working on stuff for the re-debuts, he was he was the guy that said like when I showed him a picture of me, he was like, "Oh yeah, I think I've seen clips of her before." And that really had me for a minute, because I was like on the inside I was like, "No, you haven't," but at the same time my heart was like, Are there people clipping me? Are there people? Do I have fans? Do I have fans making clips of me? Oh my gosh. It's like, could it be true? But no, I don't think so. Cause when I was working on Griffin, he thought that he was a girl, so you know, clearly, you know, he was mistaken. It's not a true Galaxian like you guys, you know. Yeah, we do sometimes see the customer come in. He just hasn't called us in a while, so. Yes, well, I know I have fans. I mean, you guys are all here right now, so clearly there's someone. But it's okay. It's alright. Yeah, exactly. That guy was a fake fan. He was a fake Sunrise Galaxia fan. Ugh, can't believe it. In this day and age, in the year of our Lord 2026, being a fake Sunrise Galaxia fan, ugh, couldn't be me. But yeah, so now that guy is gone. Don't have to deal with the frightened customers. And you know, thankfully, it's like, yeah, well, to be honest, I don't really know how to clip either. I just record my own videos. I just record my own videos and then I cut them up and then turn them into clips. That's all I do. It's hard because I hate listening to the sound of my own voice. Ugh. I sound so annoying. How do you guys watch me? How can you guys stand to listen to me talk? Ew. Blah. I'm looking forward. I've got the Vocaloid trivia coming up. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm just nervous because, like, I don't know the the girl that I talked to who does like the girl that I talked to who does the trivia games, she said that she had to dumb it down, but I'm like, how dumbed down is it? 'Cause, you know, it means different things to different people. Like, I'm so far down the rabbit hole. Reference. I don't know like what's common knowledge or not. So I'm like, I'm nervous. I just can't believe, man. I totally should have been there for for the Miku trivia, because the questions that she was showing me, oh my god, they were so easy. They were so easy peasy, 1, 2, 3 easy. Ugh. So I'm hoping that it'll be kind of the same. The only thing that I'm worried about is like the birthdays. It's like I know approximately when when the Vocaloids were released. Like I know the very first ones. I know when they released. I'm pretty sure I know when the Kryptonloids were released, and I know I know a few like non-Kryptonloid birthdays, but everybody else I only know like approximately when they were released. Cause like I know the release like the timeline for it. I just don't know the dates, you know. So I can kind of approximate it based on when the last one was released, but you know, other than that, I don't know the specific dates. But I'm glad to hear that you guys enjoy my silly voices. I like doing silly voices. I think it's fun. even though it hurts my throat sometimes. Oh well, that's what you got tea for. Mm. Oh man, that's what I was going to do. I was gonna make myself some tea for this stream, but then I had dinner, and I had dinner kind of late, so I didn't have time to make tea. Oh well. Mm-mm-mm-mm. But I think that for the trivia game, I think the music portion, I think I'll do I think I'll do just fine. I will have fun, but I want to win. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is my parents think that I'm not competitive, but the truth is I am like overly competitive. I like it's just that my version of being competitive is like yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying to find like sorry, off topic tangent. I've been trying to find with my headset. I've been trying to find like a good spot to have the mic at. It's like right now it's at 7 decibels. Because like I don't want it to be too loud, but of course I don't want it to be too quiet either. So I'm kind of experimenting a little bit with it. I used to have it at like 5, I think. But right now I'm seeing how 7 feels. Yeah, it's only low sometimes because like sometimes my mic will reset and I won't realize, so then it'll be low for a while, and then I'll realize, and then I'll change it back, and then it'll reset again. I wish that it would just stay at the range that I put it at. But oh well. Anyways, yeah. So I'm actually very overly competitive. A little more. Okay, let me try. So, you know, it's just my problem is that when I oh, hold on. Okay, now it's at 10. So when I do like competitions, I get really hard on myself. And it's just like that's why I don't do competitions, really. Like even if it's just like a stupid game, like I get super hard on myself if I don't win, you know? So like I don't like the feeling of feeling bad about myself when I don't win. So I just don't compete. So I avoid that. And then, you know, when I get really hard on myself, it just brings the whole mood down, and then everybody else gets in a bad mood. And yeah. Yeah, no, Mama B, I'm worse. I'm worse than both of you. You just don't see it. Board games too. Yeah, all the games. Anything that is a competition, I just get really down on myself if I don't win. Like even when I was little, like when I was younger, my parents and I used to play this Disney game on the Wii, and it wasn't Disney Infinity. It was some other game for the Wii. But but I would get so sad. Like I would run off like crying because I would have the lowest score out of like both me and my parents. And I would be really upset about that, and my parents would be like, "It's okay. It's just a game. It doesn't mean anything, you know." But I still felt bad. So yeah, I've always been competitive like that. Except for in like group settings, like when I would do like dance competitions, I didn't really feel the same because like I was just like my team will carry me. I might be the worst dancer, but everybody else is the best. So, you know. And we also I was very confident in our team cuz we had the best, not to brag, but our dance studio was the best. So, yeah, we were always winning. Just W after W, what can I say? Yeah, I like I don't know. I feel like I have more fun watching other people play games than I do like actually playing them myself. Oh, no. I just hated losing. I hated being the worst. But it's okay. I miss having a Wii. I was talking about that recently cuz so we're trying to like do like a new like smart TV thing, and the remote we have, it's like a Wii remote. You have to point it at the screen and like move it around and press the buttons. Well, baby BBB was a rage quitter. Me now, not too much. Sometimes I rage quit. I rage quit on Uma Musume a lot when the horse isn't doing what I want it to. Then I rage quit when she's not winning enough races. Then I'll rage quit. But I like to think I have a better control on my emotions than when I was like 7 or 8 years old. Yeah, like the new remote that we have is like it's just like a Wii remote. Except it doesn't have those. It doesn't make those nice sounds that the Wii remote used to make. And maybe it was making me think, man, I miss having a Wii. I don't even know exactly like what happened to it. I just know that it just broke one day. Or like I went to try to like play it and like turn it on, and it wouldn't turn on, and so I was like, well, I guess it's broken forever now. And yeah, so I don't know what the fate of my Wii truly was, but I will forever miss playing the sword play on Wii Sports Resort, and and the Rabbids game. I used to love playing that. 8-year-old me thought that it was like the funniest thing in the world when you would scream at the people and all their clothes would blow off. That and like Lego Harry Potter. I didn't have that game, but I played it at a friend's house, and we got all the way to the end, and then it yeah, then we just never finished it. Yeah, we haven't. That's true. I could get an emulator, but it's not the same. It's not the same as having like the remote itself in your hand and doing all that. Yeah, I miss it. I'd also like to. I would like to play some of the more like the other popular games that came out for it, like Mario Galaxy. Oh man, I didn't realize just how fun looking Mario Galaxy was until I watched like the Game Grumps play it. And I saw it, I was like, because like growing up, I was never like super into Mario. I was just like It's okay. You know, it's no he's no Barbie. So, you know. So I never really got the hype for Mario. And then years later I saw the Game Grumps play Super Mario Galaxy and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this looks so cool." I wish that I played that game. And like Animal Crossing, I don't know. Well, to be honest, I actually of the Animal Crossing games that I play, I kind of prefer the one on the 3DS. New Leaf. It's it's so nice. It's so nice. After playing New Horizons, I'm like, "Oh my god, we were robbed. I finally understand what people were saying." I don't know. New Leaf just feels so much more human. I don't know. Even though they're all the characters are little animals, it just feels I don't know. It just feels a lot cozier, I think. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels if I think because like you can't do like terraforming or anything, so it feels a lot closer, you know? It really does feel like you live in like a secluded little town. And it's nice. And they have bananas. Why couldn't we have gotten bananas? Oh my gosh, I would have loved to have a banana smoothie in New Horizons. Are you kidding? Think of all the amazing banana dishes that you could make. That's what that's what the game was really missing. Like, you know, having the like the Nook shop upgrades and all the like all the different buildings and stuff right there. That's nice and all, but I think what the game really is missing is the bananas. Well, I know I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think they have carrots in New Leaf, but I know they do have carrots in New Horizons. And they do have horses. So, there you go. There's your Uma. I know we have a horse on one of our I think she's still on the island. Her name is Renee. She's like a she's kind of not too much of a punk. I'm trying to think like what's the term? Very diva-esque horse. Now they had like bananas and they have lychees. I'm trying to think what other fruits? What other fruits were we robbed of? Hold on. Let me see. Um Animal Crossing New Leaf fruit. The one bad thing is that it's way harder to get like the main fruits, you know. So like the main like orange, apples, pears, peaches, cherries, you only get one, and then from what I've read, it's really hard to get any of the other fruits. And I think it's a lot easier to get other fruits in New Horizons. So yeah, so they had durians, lemons, lychee, mangoes, persimmons, and bananas. Those are the fruits that we were robbed of. And then there also is perfect fruits. So like all the different fruits had like perfect variations. On my town, uh, the main fruit is oranges. So I really like the oranges that they have. The like perfect oranges are like those sumo oranges where it's like there's like a little orange stacked on top of it. Yeah, I've never had a durian before. I've had a number of these fruits on the list, but not durians. I haven't had durian and I've never had a persimmon. So yeah. But yeah, that would be nice. I also agree with people that say that like the when you talk to the villagers, it's kind of it gets they're all very like one note, and I feel that a lot with New Horizons. Like when you first start the game, it's very nice. No, given the chance, I would try those fruits. I just never had the chance to try them. But yeah, like when you first start the game, it's very nice, you know. But I do think, and I know people say that like New Leaf has the same problem, but I think I feel like the dialogue in New Leaf is like a perfect balance of the two, because like I don't know, call me softy gamer girl, but I don't I don't like the idea of the animals being mean to me. I don't want them to be mean because I do so much. I do so much in the town. You know, I water plants and I clean up the weeds and I build stuff. So like they shouldn't I feel like they should be, you know, kind of respectful of me for doing all that stuff. Like, I don't see them paying for lampposts and whatnot and benches. So, yeah, so they should be grateful. But, you know, I feel like, well, I don't know. From what I've read, they'll just be mean to you for like no good reason. But I don't know. I never played the original Animal Crossing. I never had a GameCube, so. But I think that New Leaf has a good balance of the two. Like they're not like too mean, but they're not too soft. I think they have like a nice mix of personality where it's like, you know, they're not jerks, but they're not afraid to like, you know, take you down a peg, you know. They'll make like a snide comment every now and again, but that's not like they're not like mean to you. And I also like the letters that they write back. It's so nice. Oh yeah, man, I I had my first encounter with Mr. Rossetti, and it totally wasn't my fault because I was going to save, but so I was playing Animal Crossing on my 3DS when I was leaving Japan, and it died while I was on the plane, and there wasn't really an outlet that I could plug my 3DS into. So, you know, I feel like that wasn't really my fault. That's just my 3DS being old and not having a very good battery life anymore. I'm sorry to say. But I'm pretty good at saving my game. Even with games where it has like an autosave, I'll still save before I leave anyways, you know. Just in case. No, the thing that I really have trouble saving is my art. I I always forget to save before I like close out my art program. And then I'll open it again. And like sometimes it'll do that even if I've only left the app for like a minute. I'll leave it for a minute and then it'll like have reset and I didn't save it, so it gives me like a restored version. Which thank God for that. If it weren't for that, I would probably have learned my lesson a lot sooner. But oh well, they do have it. I'm too used to Procreate because Procreate just like automatically saves everything every time you make a singular brushstroke. Even though personally I think it gets kind of annoying sometimes. Just a little annoying. But oh well, it's better than like, not saving. Oh my gosh, recently speaking of like art stuff, I got on my TikTok feed, I saw like this old Powerpuff Girls fan art. Oh my goodness. I don't think I ever saw that video specifically, but it had to been like a good 10 years old at this point. Oh my goodness. Number one, it was an MS Paint speed paint. Woo boy, it has been a good while since I saw one of those. Number two, the music. You will never, you will never in a million years guess what kind of music they were playing for that particular speed paint. Not only was it Billboard Top 100 for like whatever year it was, like 2013, 2012 or something. It was Alvin and the Chipmunk versions of those songs. So it had they were playing like, I know one was Teenage Dream, and then there was one that was oh my gosh, I forget the name of it. The the like, you guys know the Minecraft like creeper? Oh man, that song, but the original. I forget what it's called. I know the creeper version better than the original. Oh my god. But yeah, that song. But they were like, the voices were like pitched up, so it sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Except for the Teenage Dream one, that one just sounded like Nightcore Katy Perry. I remember I didn't listen. I never listened to the like Alvin and the Chipmunks versions of the songs. Besides the ones that were like in the movie when I would watch the movies. But I remember one of my friends would like, in the computer lab one time, the teacher let us listen to music while we worked. And like she had to open like a tab with Alvin and the Chipmunks covers of songs. I was like, why are you listening to like Alvin and the Chipmunks version of songs? I was like, she was like, I just like it. I don't know. I was like, alright, man. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I listened to some stupid stuff back then. I used to be like way into Minecraft parody songs. Like, a lot. But yeah. And Nightcore. I used to be a pretty avid Nightcore listener. Until I hit the age where I was like, Nightcore is stupid. It's just sped up versions of normal songs. Though to be honest, sometimes the Nightcore versions are just better. Like Caramel Dancing. The Nightcore version's just better. Like, what were they thinking? What were they thinking making it that tempo originally? They should have just made it the sped up version. Or the Rockefeller Street. Like, Rockefeller Street, it's a good song on its own. But the Nightcore songs, the Nightcore versions of it, yeah, it's just better. No, there's a difference. So here's the difference between Nightcore and the Chipmunks covers, okay? So Nightcore is the whole song. I'm talking the vocals, the instrumentals, everything, but sped up. Alvin and the Chipmunks at least like from what I was hearing, it was just the vocals pitch shifted higher. Yeah, I mean, you do get that because like in speeding up songs, which thank you very much for the donation. Sorry, I just in my head for a second. You will get like, you know, you'll get like higher voices just from like speeding up the songs. That's just how it is. But the like Alvin and the Chipmunks covers are like they're the same tempo as the original song. It's just the lyric the yeah, the singing is just pitch shifted higher, and that's the only difference. Sometimes they don't pitch shift it that high at all, and it just sounds like the singer but slightly higher pitched. Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to read it. Go away, you stupid pause thing. They're supposed to. Um, Reddit has been okay. It's. Oh, can I read it? There we go. Oh my gosh, I discovered a hack. Ha ha ha. Um, yeah, posting on Reddit has been fine. You know, been getting some some nice positive reactions. And yeah, Memorial Day, we my family is having a barbecue, so gonna be having some friends over for that. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be doing some tie dye. I bought. Oh my gosh, I have to show you guys. So okay, so there's this shirt. Hold on. I'm trying to find the picture. There it is. Okay. So let me show you guys. Ugh, give me a better picture. Can I get a picture that like isn't blurred to all hell? Oh my god, why is every shirt of it so blurry? Okay, I guess I have to open up the website. Just let me expand it. Okay, whatever. It's not gonna let me do that. Um, so there's this shirt from Hot Topic, and it's kind of become a meme with Twisted Wonderland because it's so go away. It's so stupid looking. Like it's just the chibis on like a white background, and it's the dumbest shirt possible. But yeah, it's just it's dumb, and I bought one of those shirts, and I am going to tie dye it. I I'm pretty sure they're from the I'm pretty sure they're from the game, but I don't know. I'm kind of a fake Twisted Wonderland fan, to be honest. Well, I'm an anime only. We'll say that. I'm a Twisted Wonderland anime only. So, yeah, if you asked me to name the characters, I know okay, here we go. Out of these characters, I know the red one is Riddle, and I know the lion one is Leona. I think I think the Maleficent guy's name is like Melodious or something with an M. I don't know. That's all I know. Yeah, no, but you see, I admit I'm a fake fan. I wouldn't go to like a Twisted Wonderland meetup or anything, or like I would preface that if somebody came up to me and wanted to like talk about Twisted Wonderland to me, I would be like, okay, I can, but I'm an anime only. Oh, and I know Lilia. That one's my favorite. I think he's cute, and I like his hairstyle. Oh, and I also know Chenya. love me some Cheshire Cat rep. But yeah. So I was trying to think if there are there any other characters that I know. I can't think of any. Oh, and Grim. That one's my favorite. I like the cat. The cat is my favorite character. more than any of the anime boys, my favorite character is the cat. I saw when I was in Japan, there was a secondhand store that had a plushie of him. I so regret not getting it, but at the same time, my suitcase was so full, I don't know where I would have fit him. So, it just wasn't meant to be. Maybe I'll find him the next time I go to Japan. Find another person selling him. Maybe. Like, at first I hated him. Because, like, I thought his voice sounded stupid and annoying. But then he just started doing, like, silly little cat things, and he won me over by being a silly little cat. Ugh, I just love cats. And they have like a card in the game where he's sleeping, but he's like all curled over, like how cats do when they like roll on their sides, you know? And it's so cute. He's so cute. Even though I do think his voice is kind of annoying, that's okay because he's adorable. Ugh. It's like when I was in Japan, you know, they had merch for Twisted Wonderland, but I just couldn't bring myself to buy any of it because I was like, the boys are nice, but I like the cat. And I'm not talking about the Lion Boys, okay? Or the Cheshire Cat boy. I mean the cat. It's true. I just love me some meow meow. They're so cute. That's why Izuzumi is my favorite character in Dungeon Meshi. She's just a silly little meow meow. I love her. And she's a picky eater just like me. Ah, she's so relatable. I feel sometimes I am, even though I'm a bee, sometimes I feel like I am also just a silly little meow meow. Just trying to get through the day. One nap at a time. Senshi? Oh, yeah. He's pretty cool. I'd say, who's my other favorite? I do like Thistle. I like his design. And I like that he's crazy. He's just a little crazy. Just a little bit. I mean, you know, you don't see dark elves that often in anime. You really don't. So, I appreciate the inclusion. Like usually, at least like in other media, maybe this isn't as common. I'm not sure. Or like honestly, I don't know. I feel like dark elves are like kind of rare to see like in general in fantasy. Usually when you see an elf, it's like the like standard like Tolkien, you know, tall, light hair, light skin. But you know, personally, I kind of prefer dark elves. One of my D&D characters is a dark elf. It was kind of funny actually. It's a campaign that me and Mama V are in, and she also picked a dark elf for her character. So we're like, you picked a dark elf, I picked a dark elf. So our characters are siblings, and we like fight a lot all the time. We're both magic users, and we're disguised as wood elves. Yeah, my character, he's just a jerk. That's his thing. He's just kind of mean and sassy to everybody, and nobody really likes him. But whatever. He's a lovable jerk, I think. At least I love him. And we haven't played the campaign in a really long time. I don't know if we ever will. Just because, number one, it's been so long, and number two, all the people who do it, it's kind of a big group, and so it's kind of hard because it's a group with me, my parents, my cousin and his wife, and then three of our friends. One of them being the dungeon master, and so it's a pretty big group. So it's hard for everybody to get time off at the same time, especially because, like, I work on weekends. I'm pretty sure my cousin also works on weekends. So, and our friends also work. They work on weekdays. So yeah, it's very hard to get a day where, like, everybody is off at the same time. But it was a fun campaign. I had my character make a sandwich one time. That was probably, I think, the highlight for him. Just getting to make a sandwich while his sister got attacked. They don't really like each other, so she. Let's be honest. She would probably do the same if the roles were reversed. Going to make a sandwich while her brother gets attacked. They're only half siblings, anyways, so it's like, whatever. Wow, so thirsty. I just filled this up, and already I'm like more than halfway through drinking my water. Oof. I guess I am just thirsty. This Twisted Wonderland shirt is so ugly. I'm gonna dye it rainbow. It's gonna be the gayest shirt you've ever seen. People are gonna be like, wow. Why? No, because now I'm gonna get, when I wear that shirt, I'm gonna get people be like, oh wow, you like Twisted Wonderland? And then I'm gonna have to explain to them I'm an anime only. Like, I'm an anime only. I only know like 6 characters max. My favorite character's the cat. Don't ask me about the game. I am not interested. Sorry. Listen, I'm already into Ensemble Stars, okay? That fandom that fandom is crazy enough. That fandom is crazy for 2. You get 2 fandoms worth of crazy in one. That sounds like the worst deal imaginable. Just, oh my goodness, just the other day, Ensemble Stars Twitter freaking blew up because a lot of people, there's like a line in the story that, and this is not an official translation, but there was a line in the story that a lot of people interpreted like 2 of these characters were doing you know what. And so you had a lot of people who were like, oh, they totally were doing this. And then a lot of people were like, they totally were not doing that. So, like, the character said, I'm paraphrasing, but essentially they said, they they talk a lot and they will keep them up all night. Pretty much. That's essentially what they said, but the way that it was written in the story made it seem like he was talking about something else. At least that translation made it sound like he was talking about something else that would keep the other character up all night. I'm paraphrasing for YouTube's sake. I don't know how okay. Well, I mean, they seemed okay with me playing a yaoi game, but I don't know. I don't know. Just read between the lines, you know. And if there's one thing that Ensemble Stars fans are good at, it's reading between lines. So, yeah. But I don't think, me personally, I don't think that they were trying to insinuate that happening. Because I think they're chickens. I think the Ensemble Stars writing team are a bunch of chicken cowards. I don't think that they would ever confirm two of their characters together like that. Even if it's just a one-time thing, it doesn't matter. I don't think that they would confirm that. Yeah, I hope so. They do say a lot of sus things though. Like a lot. There's a lot of guys proposing to other guys for marriage. And they seem very nonchalant about it. every time it happens. Like you never have a character that's like, "What? We can't do that. We can't get married." They're just like, "Yeah, maybe next time." Or they'll just be like, "Yeah, you know, maybe one day. Maybe one day that'll happen." But I don't think the Ensemble Stars writers will ever confirm to have any of their characters be together. They're just gonna keep teasing the fans forever, because that's what makes money. I know. I've played these games before. I know how they are. This is how they are. It's baiting. They're yaoi baiting us. It's kind of working. I don't really play the game anymore, but I do from time to time read the stories. At least the like fan translated stories that get posted online. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I've been yaoi baited. I've been yuri baited. I've been here long enough. I know how it goes. I've seen straight baiting once. That is the rare one. I feel like I've gotten like every Pokemon card now. I've gotten yaoi bait, I've gotten yuri bait, and I've got het bait. The rarest of all three. The one and only time that I've seen that is Promare. That's it. I've never seen any other anime or game or anything do a het bait before. The worst bait? Oh man. I don't know. There's so many. I think probably Skate the Infinity. I think that's the worst yaoi bait I've seen. I will never forget you, Reiki, my love of skateboarding. Iconic. Oh, but by all means, we'll absolutely make this grown man thirst after a 17-year-old. Have that be fine. You know, that's we'll confirm that a grown man is in love with a teenage boy, but we'll never, ever, ever confirm that a teenage boy is in love with a teenage boy. That's too far. Well, I mean, Adam is a politician. What can you expect? Even though he has a guy his own age throwing himself at him. No, he wants a teenager. Okay, man. I guess when season two comes out, hopefully he'll have moved on. I hope so. I don't think I could take another season of that. Trying to think of what else has pretty bad bait. There's a lot. Pretty much like any idol anime. Boy or girl idol. They are pretty bait heavy. Or magical girl animes. Magical girl animes do that a lot too. I was gonna say Cardcaptor Sakura, but no, actually, no. I was going to say I was going to say that Tomoyo and Sakura, they kind of had that, but no. No, because Tomoyo was smart. She was able to, she loved Sakura so much she could tell that her heart was for Shaoran. And so she backed off so that they could be together. And you know what? Respect. Sometimes it be like that. Hopefully she'll move on. But her mom and Sakura's mom, they definitely had some Yuri going on. Absolutely. Very true. and then her brother and Yuki, I'm pretty sure they got together in the end. There was the one girl that was like yaoi blocking them all the time, but like I think she was doing it on purpose. It very much seemed that way. A lot of people, oh my gosh, so many people in the fandom, they're like, "Oh, you just hate her cuz it's a misogynistic thing. You just hate her because she's a woman and she's getting in the way of your yaoi ship." No, she gets in the way on purpose because she's a bad guy. and Yukito is an angel and he's in love with her brother, and like she's just trying to get between them on purpose. So yeah, I think it's justified. This is the one time when it's justified. She's doing that on purpose. But I do agree, a lot of female characters, like a lot of female love interest characters, get unnecessary hate because they like ruin the yaoi ship. Like you can still ship those characters, okay? It doesn't matter. People still ship Naruto and Sasuke even though they are married. They are married to two separate women. You know, like, that does nothing. Marriage means nothing when it comes to fandom. We should know this by now, but no, people still don't realize. Oh well. Yep, exactly, exactly. I know that was like that was a big thing in like the Black Butler fandom. Or like people people would get so mad that the the 12-year-old little boy was betrothed to the 12-year-old little girl, and that means that he was not going to get together with the 100-year-old grown man demon. Like, okay, all right, let's back it up here. If you genuinely to this day still feel that way, I think you need to take a step back, and assess yourself, okay? Cuz that's crazy. That is crazy. I think you need to get over it, okay? And move on. Move on to a better ship, okay? I think you need I'm hoping you can just move on to like a size difference ship. Okay? That's so much better. That's so much healthier. Yeah, I fear I kind of fear that that might happen. Hopefully it won't, but I fear this happening for Elusive Samurai because I know that like sorry, spoilers. I know in the future Tokiyuki gets married to like three different women and like Shizuku, I get that. I'm okay with that. But the other girl that's like in his team, nah, I can't see it. I just don't see it. I think he and Shizuku together are cute. They have a lot of very cute little interactions, but I just I just don't see it. And then the third girl, she hasn't been introduced in the anime, so I don't know a thing about her. I don't know. I know it's like set in the past and it probably happened in real life. But I don't know. I don't really like the whole like being married to different people at the same time. Like I don't know. I mean, it's kind of spoiler. I don't know how important. I don't know how important it is. It's like there's like a whole arc that I know where he's like a young adult. And he looks so much better too. I'm like, why are people thirsting after him when he's like 10 years old? When they have like an official version of him where he's like 21 and he looks way more attractive. Like, what is wrong with you people? I'm an anime only too. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about like any of that. I don't know how it all works. Just something something to learn about, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It might just be my modern sensibilities, but I just the being married to three people at the same time, it just doesn't feel right to me. Yeah, that's just what I'm like telling myself. I'm just like, this is probably it. The story takes place in like the 1400s. The This probably happened in real life too. The real life Tokiyuki would probably had multiple wives in real life. So I'm just gonna brush it off as just that's just history. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know anything about the later chapters because I'm an anime only. Hate to say it, but it's true. I do have an acrylic standee of him. I think it's either the version. I don't think it's the version of him when he's 20. I think it's like because there's like I believe there's like an arc where he's like in his teens, and then there's an arc where he's a young adult, like in his 20s. And I think the acrylic standee I got is from when he's in his teens. But I know he's definitely older in the acrylic stand that I got. But you know what? You know what? He's my son, and I will support him. I do love the little baby version. He's just so cute. He's like a little puppy. He's adorable. But yeah, if I wouldn't say he's handsome, but the 20-year-old version of him, I would say. I would be like, "Okay, I see what you're saying now." But not when he's 8. Not when he's between the ages of 8 to 10. Then he's just a baby. Just like everybody else in the baby squad. They're just babies. Babies that kill scary monster men. They do look like scary monster men, though. Like all the bad guys in that series, they look so creepy. Maybe it's just supposed to be like within like the child's perspective. Maybe they actually just like look kind of normal. It's just because they're little. You know, they see them as more monstrous. That would be that's an interesting theory. Because they're older and they want to kill him, so they seem a lot scarier. It's an interesting way of thinking about it. I don't know if it's true or not. I kind of just don't want to believe that somebody with as big of eyes as that one guy would would really look like that. His eyes are too big. He looks like a cockroach. I don't like it. It looks like those monsters from the cockroach monsters from Gantz. Ugh, scary. Oh bunga. Oh yeah, a lot of things. A lot of things actually. The number one thing that I think of that's like scarier when I was a kid was my Grandpa B. He used to be like super into like decorating for Halloween. And I remember I think I was maybe like 3 years old or something. But we were visiting Grandpa and Grandma B, and Grandpa B had out some like Halloween decorations, and I remember it being this like huge like statue thing with all of these like skulls and stuff and like poking out. It was just like a big black blob with like a bunch of like skeletons coming out of it and stuff. And I remember being like so terrified of that. And then I saw pictures, like older pictures of that exact Halloween prop, and it looked absolutely nothing like that. It was not scary, like even in the slightest. So I was like, man, I was afraid of that. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. After I got into like creepypasta, I was unbreakable after that point. Even nowadays, like I get like my TikTok feed, I have reached what they call the far lands of TikTok, where it's just a bunch of like weird creepy videos. So like every so often I'll just get like 3 or 4 of those types of videos in a row. I'm like, all right, man. I've surrendered myself to it. Some of them are kind of interesting though. I do kind of like them. Like sometimes I'll get like Dr. Nowhere stuff. I like their work. I really like their monster designs. Like the boiled one. Gotta be that. That's like a top tier monster design in the current internet horror era. I think very good, very creepy. I love the sounds that it makes. Immaculate. But yeah, I follow a lot of like horror artists now. I'm a big fan. Like I said, Doctor Nowhere. I love Trevor Henderson and Piropito. I've always been a big fan of Piropito. That's the guy that made username 666. I cannot wait to play their game. I know they're still working on it, but like, oh man, I see stuff about it. I'm like, this looks so weird. I cannot wait to play it. I'm all about weird looking games. Yeah, it's just one of those like weird TikTok trend things. And then always, 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 always in those like TikTok Farland videos, there'll be somebody that's like, "Hear me out." It's like, all right, bro, we get it. You're scared. You're scared little beanie baby, and this is how you're coping with being a scared little pee pee pant baby. You have to pretend that you find it attractive. Yeah. I know. I know how you are. Mm. I know how you are, internet commenters. My favorite videos though are the ones of people who like they put on like filters that like completely puts their face in shadow except for their eyes and their teeth. I love that. Oh, it's so good. Well, I'm pretty sure I did play username 666 like or or are you talking about the game that they're making? Cuz yes, I absolutely when their game comes out, I will be streaming it for sure. I've been looking out for this game for years. I'm so excited for it. But it's gonna take a while, especially because it's just one person working on it. But yeah, I'm supporting one of my favorite horror artists of all time. So yeah, I've seen their track record. I know that it's gonna be something good. I actually used their tutorial for how to make the username 666 effect on one of my art pieces. It was very difficult, especially because he uses an older form of Photoshop to make his textures, and I do not have Photoshop, so I used to the best of my ability as similar of products that I could with Clip Studio Paint. It was hard. It was hard, but I think the end result looked very creepy and immaculate. You know, it kind of because I used the picture that I used for it was of a flower. So I think you got a lot of like it was like I believe I used a picture of a dahlia. So you could kind of tell that it was like a flower. But yeah, it was just an experiment. But I might try to replicate it again sometime in the future. What was really hard was just like getting the textures, because the way he uses like a sort of watercolor texture that this like Photoshop program has, and obviously Clip Studio Paint doesn't have any textures like that. So I had to get kind of creative with the noise filters and make it replicate it to the best of my ability. Ba 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 ba. Oh, I might sneeze. Nope, it went away. Okay. I thought I was gonna sneeze, but went back inside. Went back inside my nose. Yeah, to be honest, my allergies really haven't been like all that crazy, which is a good thing. I would much rather my allergies not be all that crazy. At least they haven't gotten crazy yet. Oh, did it? I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. It switched playlists. That should be good. Okay. Actually, let me pick a better song. This one's not that good. Is that one good? Yeah, that works. Okay, anyways, what was I going on about? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like it that much. Yeah, I have been playing Yume Tuki quite a bit recently. I've been trying to get all the different songs, all the music unlocked. It's been a little bit tricky. But it hasn't been as bad as having to go back to the stupid like forest level there that I kept having to go back to again and again and again in my last stream. Trying to think if there's been any like really standout places. I can't really think of any. They've just been, kind of pleasant at best. There was a nice little like butterfly garden area though. I did like that. Yeah, I did kind of get sick of that area. And there was this cathedral place that I was trying to like solve a puzzle for. Ugh, it was very tedious. As I had to so with this cathedral, first of all, um the the art for it was very pretty. I will give it that. It was very like it was all in like blue and black, like a chessboard sort of thing. So it looked very nice, and the music was nice too. But navigating it was kind of annoying, and didn't really make sense to me. So you have to collect all of these flowers, and then you have to put them all in like these specific pots in specific areas all throughout the map. And you can only hold one flower at a time. So there's 4 flowers. You can only hold one at a time. So I was like I was trying so hard to figure out. It's like all the pots that you have to put them in are like certain colors. Like they each have like little spot, like a different spot on them. So like there'll be one that has a blue spot on the left, one that has one on the right, and then one that has like none, and that sort of thing. And so I had to, I could not figure out where I was supposed to put these stupid flowers for the longest time, and then I finally figured it out, and it took me like half an hour. It was very exhausting, but isn't that ironic? A dream is very exhausting. Like, what are you supposed to do at that point? If your dreams make you tired. That's right, I did. I did figure it out. Dreaming about work. Ugh. Yeah, I hate dreaming about work, but usually it's like I am inadequate at my job, like that sort of dream. And that kind of sucks. uh, well, speaking of dreaming, I should probably wrap this up here because my phone is starting to go out and I'm also starting to go out. Getting a little sleepy eepy. And also on the topic of work, I have to go to work tomorrow. So my days off have been completed, even though I got one day not off. But oh well. Can't be on day off all the time. That's okay. Hopefully my anticipation for having a Memorial Day party on Monday, which I hopefully can get time off for. Hopefully that'll get me through the day. So, yeah. Yeah, happy belated World Bee Day, everybody. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Bye.